We are on the CSE under the ticker CRCL, as well as the OTCQB under CRLEF. I will be making some forward-looking statements, so read through this at your leisure. Touching on management, straight off the bat, obviously management is the most key component, especially in a junior mining company. There's myself. I have a background in finance. I worked for the investor relations. I'm head of investor relations for Inventor Capital, should I say. Obviously, there's some few staple names under that umbrella with Vizsla Silver, Vizsla Copper, Heliostar as well. And so that has opened up an amazing opportunity working with Mike Connett, Simon Smirlik, Craig Parry as well, to really move this project forward as well. Our latest hire, Grant Tanaka, is our CFO. Oliver Friesen is a director there, and Lee Beasley. Lee Beasley's in the room somewhere here, over at the back there. He came on during last year to really bring his technical expertise to the Yuma King project. So he has 25 years of experience. And it was 25 years of experience, or 20 years of experience, should I say. I'm reading Jesus there. Jesus is a director as well. He is the VPX of Vizsla Silver, so very experienced individual. And with Lee, Jesus, as well as the Inventor Capital, Rory Gregg and Chris Leslie, they're really the powerhouses behind putting this drill program together. Also, I touched on Inventor with Craig, Mike, Simon, Rory Gregg as well. He is our QP. So obviously, the team is number one and very, very important with these kind of projects, and we have the technical expertise to really push this project forward. Onto the project itself. So the Yuma King property is our past producing district. Is sitting on 3,200 hectares of 515 unpatented BLM claims, which includes the past producing Yuma King mine. So the Yuma King mine was in production in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. They pulled about 8,600 tons of ore, averaging 2.3% copper. So there's some great grade there. They were really mining underground at this high-grade copper-gold skarn in Arizona. So great access to infrastructure as well. When we go down site, there's full service town right nearby. You drive up the highway, cross a railway line, go under some power lines, and drive on graded roads up to the project. So couldn't ask for a better location, and especially being in Arizona, there is no better jurisdiction when looking for copper and gold. In terms of property ownership, we have a long-term lease agreement with prospector Merrill Palmer. We essentially pay Merrill $155,000 a year up until year 6 when there's a balloon payment. So very friendly. We can do as much or as little work as possible as we like on this project. Obviously, we want to get out there, and we will be drilling this very shortly. But yeah, really looking forward to getting the drills turning here. We are positioned for growth. There is untapped potential there. We're in Arizona, as I said, just south there of the Baghdad and west of Copperstone. So we're really in a good jurisdiction in Arizona with that established infrastructure. Historical drilling as well has some high-grade zones into this high-grade copper-gold porphyry, copper-gold skarn, should I say, right at surface, but also the potential of porphyry laying underneath. And as I put it out earlier, the team really to push it forward. Why invest in copper and gold? Obviously, you guys have seen the gold price run. I believe 2026 is going to be the year for copper. It is sitting there at $6 with the electrification of the world fully underway here, or coming up underway. The amount of copper that is going to be needed is astronomical, and there's just not the supply that's going to be there. And the mineralization on our project here at Yuma King, we're predominantly skarn, the high-grade copper-gold skarn at surface, as well as mentioned, the potential for a buried porphyry. Further to the south area, there is a structurally hosted gold as well as some other critical minerals across the district. As I mentioned, Merrill Palmer, he's no stranger from making discoveries there with the Palmer project in Alaska. The Palmer project is actually now owned by acquired by Vizsla just recently, with Craig Perry leading the way on that one. So the Umaking, the porphyry potential. So there's been some legacy drill holes done in this. There was 21 drill holes done from 2006 to 2011. 19 drill holes were done in and around that Umaking mine and tapped into that high-grade skarn. There were some drill holes that went further at depth that ran into some moly stockwork veining as well. So that really gives us the potential smoke for underlying porphyry zone. So we're looking forward to really getting out there and further exploring this. As I was mentioning, with the skarn mineralization, and there's 21 drill holes that were done into it. There was 3,900 meters, and as you see in those highlighted intervals, they were getting some fantastic results. And right from surface, you see from 4.6 meters down, they were getting 45 meters. That is about 1.1, 1.2% copper equivalent. So some fantastic results right at surface, as well as that potential porphyry laying underneath. Again, as I mentioned, the porphyry zone, we intersected some copper-bearing monzonite porphyry and hosted in that copper moly mineralization there at Umaking. We did a raise at the end of last year. We raised $2.1 million, and now we are almost have our permits in hand. Everything it's all been processed by the BLM, and we'll be out there exploring by the end of February. So really, also legacy drilling success. I know there's not enough time really to delve into everything here, but we do have some great success, some past drilling success across the project, as I mentioned earlier, and as well as really favorable host rocks with that dolomite skarn, and the copper gold moly mineralization in the Jurassic porphyritic intrusions there. So we're looking in the right rocks for the right things. I mentioned we have some critical minerals potential here as well. There is some historic tungsten highlights across the project, as well as some graphite and graphene mineralization to the south here. So as the US obviously onshores all of its critical minerals, the Umaking asset as hosting both gold, copper, tungsten, and graphite is of really strategic importance. We did a comprehensive soil and rock chip sampling program across the project in the beginning of the year, getting some great results. Some of the highlights here are 17 grams per ton gold, 11.6% copper in the Umaking West area, as well as a 400-meter long gold trend here sitting to the east of the Umaking mine. So 11 of those 25 samples graded between 1 and 6 grams per ton, so there's definitely gold out there. And so we'll be looking for this drill program to be really exploring in and around that Umaking mine, as well as some significant soil samples. There's a 1.2 kilometer copper gold moly anomaly in around that Yuma mine. As you see in the Umaking West area, there's that cluster, as well as getting some of our highest grade, 11.6 copper, 17 grams gold. We will be running some IP lines out there while we're drilling. And again, we did a drone mag survey, so some strong untested magnetic features. There's some really interesting things in the Umaking West area. That's why we'll be going back and doing some IP work there. And yeah, essentially, we'll keep you posted as we explore. Looking at the phase 1 drill program, the first phase we're looking at is up to 2,000 meters in phase 1 drilling. So we'll be doing anywhere between 5 to 10 holes here at the Umaking mine, really in and around that high grade copper gold, in and around the high grade copper gold skarn, should I say, as well as testing at depth for that potential porphyry. As I mentioned, we'd also be doing the IP workout in the Umaking West area, really to get more information and define further targets for the second phase of drilling there. So as we get results coming in from the Umaking drilling, we'll be doing IP there as well as some targeting out there. So some key potential catalysts. We will be drilling here, ideally by the end of February. We'll be doing the IP survey, some hyperspectral imaging as well as continuing to refine our 3D geological model. a quick outline of the share structure. 59 million shares outstanding, very tightly held as well. It's about 60 million warrants. With the share price, we're trading around 32 cents. The last financing we did was at 18 cents with a half warrant there at the end of last year. So we've seen a nice uptick since then, and believe we will continue to do that as we moved into into drilling. I'm running out of time here, but I'm going to leave you with the 3 reasons to own Corcel. With the district scale copper gold potential that I've outlined, obviously strong and supportive market fundamentals. With being in Arizona, it is the place you want to be in when you're looking for copper and gold. And we also have the team behind it with Lee Beasley here at the back, our VPX, as well as the guidance of Jesus Velador, who's the VPX of Vizsla Silva, Chris Leslie, PhD, as well as Roy Gregg, another PhD. So thank you very much. If you do have any questions, we'll be at the booth for the rest of the day, booth 218, if you want to get into more technical discussion. I really appreciate it. Thank you.